along the busy flight lines of American air bases, beneath the ceaseless activity of maintenance crews and the iconic thunder of twin engines, the story of the F-15EX Eagle II has become one of the most significant episodes in modern military aviation. Just a few years ago, many defense analysts and U.S. Air Force planners expected the venerable Eagle airframe to fade away, eclipsed by new generations of stealth fighters and next-level unmanned systems. Instead, policy has taken a measured turn. The Air Force, after years of uncertainty and reductions, is strengthening its F-15EX program and increasing procurement again. This reflects more than a simple budget readjustment. It marks a reassessment of readiness and force structure at a time when global tensions expose critical shortfalls in fast jet capabilities. With a renewed budget request proposing a $3.1 billion boost for the F-15EX, the Air Force has raised the planned fleet from 98 to 129 jets. This shift rekindles the outlook for the original 144 aircraft ambition. Even amidst the ongoing modernization debate, recent operational moves drive the point home. 2 freshly delivered F-15EX jets have been recently deployed to Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, with plans for 36 more to arrive by spring 2026. Such decisions are neither symbolic nor ordinary. They signal a strategic intention to fortify U.S. air power in the Indo-Pacific, amid shifting threat perceptions and evolving defense planning. This programmatic change is not simply about numbers. It reveals a fundamental recalibration in how the Air Force balances next-generation technologies with the established capability and reliability offered by proven designs. The F-15EX, built upon the architecture of a combat-proven legend, demonstrates enduring relevance, even as defense procurement policy contends with future warfare priorities. The key question is, why, in this age of stealth aircraft and advanced networking, has the U.S. Air Force renewed its commitment to the F-15EX? What developments, strategic, operational, or fiscal, have driven this evolution in air power priorities? Resilience and renewal. The F-15EX story. Making its debut in the 1970s, the original F-15 Eagle quickly captured the attention of military strategists worldwide. With unmatched energy, agility, and air-to-air proficiency, the F-15 dominated Cold War skies and subsequently became a symbol of technological supremacy and deterrence for decades. Its record in air-to-air combat remains one of the strongest of any modern fighter. However, as military requirements evolved, so too did budgeting preferences and modernization paths. The arrival of the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II, with their stealth signatures and network-centric capabilities, signaled a reorientation towards fifth-generation aviation. Budget documents and official statements made it appear inevitable. The F-15 era would soon close, making way for a new generation of platforms better suited, at least on paper, for 21st century operational environments. Yet real-world pressures presented hard truths. The Air Force's inventory of F-15C/D aircraft, essential for homeland defense and treaty obligations, began outpacing retirement schedules, even as newer systems lagged behind delivery expectations. Aircraft utilization rates rose, sparing no room for extended delays or unplanned gaps in force structure. Aging airframes created growing risks and logistical strains. Resource planners faced an uncomfortable fact: able-bodied fighters were retiring faster than their replacements could be fielded. This gap set the stage for the F-15EX Eagle II. Far from simply refurbishing an old design, the Eagle II is a substantially modernized aircraft, incorporating advanced avionics, fly-by-wire controls, and a robust digital backbone. The St. Louis production line, energized by international contracts, enabled the Air Force to procure a combat-ready aircraft with proven sustainment pathways already in place. One of the F-15EX's core strengths lies in its seamless blend of traditional airframe reliability with cutting-edge subsystems, modern electronic warfare tools, integrated computer architectures, and digital cockpit displays. Together with structural reinforcements and new engines, these features provide greater payload, extended service life, and flexibility for evolving mission sets. Yet, despite these innovations, the program repeatedly stumbled into fiscal headwinds. Amid shifting defense priorities and pressure to accelerate next-generation development, initial F-15EX procurement was cut from its goal of 144 to just 98 jets. At that moment, the future of the Eagle II looked decidedly limited, but events have since turned the tide. In light of unforeseen operational demands, the relentless pace of retirements, and the stark realities of international competition, the Air Force's decision matrix began to shift. The F-15EX has now proved indispensable, bridging critical air power gaps while supporting modernization for the wars of tomorrow. A turning point, reassessment amid emerging challenges. The renewed focus on the F-15EX is grounded in practical lessons learned as global pressures intensified. Early reductions were based largely on optimism regarding new fighter introductions. Planners assumed the F-22 and F-35 would rapidly ramp up, rendering supplementary platforms unnecessary. Yet a combination of production limits, budget constraints, and evolving threat environments quickly rendered that optimism outdated. With the F-22 line closed and F-35 deliveries not yet able to fill all operational needs, the Air Force recognized the risk of underestimating force structure requirements. Attrition of legacy Eagles, critical for air sovereignty and allied support, forced new scrutiny of available options. Adversary developments, especially in the Indo-Pacific, contributed significantly to this reassessment. Expanding anti-access/area denial networks in China and Russia, as well as increasing air and missile activity in North Korea, created a more contested operational environment than planners had anticipated. Moreover, the unpredictability of global flashpoints required flexible and scalable options for forward defense. The Trump administration's budget request marked a definite shift. The F-15EX, previously subject to continued reductions, saw its future fleet size raised to 129, subsequently accompanied by additional funding. This adjustment facilitated not only a preservation of existing pilot and maintainer expertise, but also a stabilization of the manufacturing base. This recalibrated approach was further reinforced by ongoing procurement actions, with the latest official Air Force order covering 129 aircraft. Simultaneously, fresh budget proposals suggest a clear intent to reach and possibly complete the original 144-jet vision, contingent upon operational requirements and fiscal realities. At a tactical level, the F-15EX's payload capacity, communications upgrades, and self-protection systems further expand mission options. Whether augmenting missile defense, conducting air sovereignty missions, or enabling joint strike operations, these jets extend both the reach and the resilience of U.S. operations. Their arrival at Kadena represents not a return to the past, but a forward-looking update to the Air Force's posture in a contested, dynamic region. Technological advances. Why the F-15EX remains vital. A central question remains: what makes the F-15EX distinct in today's fast-evolving threat environment? The solution lies in its unique balance of proven reliability and advanced upgrades. The F-15EX is unmatched in weapons capacity among current U.S. fighters, with the potential to carry up to 13 air-to-air missiles, or a mix of precision-guided munitions and air-to-air armament. This flexibility enables the fighter to serve both as a missile carrier in support of stealth platforms and as an independent strike/interdictor. In high-intensity conflict scenarios, having missile trucks positioned forward increases the Air Force's ability to influence outcomes in short-notice contingencies. Speed of delivery is another decisive facet. The St. Louis production line, maintained through export demand, allows the U.S. Air Force to scale up or adjust procurement with limited ramp-up time, increasing responsiveness to immediate operational needs. This stands in contrast to longer fielding timelines typically seen with newer, more complex platforms. Additionally, the F-15EX incorporates a digital backbone and an open systems architecture, allowing for rapid future upgrades without major airframe rework. Its modern cockpit and mission systems are compatible with current Air Force requirements for network-enabled operations, secure communications, and electronic warfare readiness. Notably, the Eagle Passive Active Warning and Survivability System, EPAWSS, enhances survivability in electronically contested environments, while the aircraft's core processor architecture facilitates future software and systems integration. Maintenance advantages further strengthen the business case for expanded procurement. Air Force logistics infrastructure is well prepared for the demands of the F-15, with established supply chains and experienced personnel. Unit flight hour costs for the F-15EX also compare favorably to other frontline fighter alternatives, supporting efficient readiness. Combined, these factors ensure that the F-15EX is not a stopgap, but a strategically adaptive platform, capable of fulfilling critical needs as new and emerging threats demand flexible response. Programmatic implications. Maintaining the air power edge. Serious. The resurgence of the F-15EX program signifies a deeper strategic imperative. The realities of contemporary competition demand both qualitative and quantitative solutions. Numbers matter as much as capabilities. Raising procurement from 98 to 129 aircraft and reviving the 144-jet target demonstrates a practical acknowledgement. Inventory depth cannot be allowed to fall beneath operational needs. This expanded buy stabilizes the U.S. fighter industrial base. Sustained orders preserve skills and workforce knowledge critical for large-scale production now and for future program launches. Such continuity mitigates risk in both cost and schedule, avoiding the disruptions of earlier cyclical production patterns. Higher F-15EX production also strengthens overall fleet resilience. Fresh aircraft relieve pressure on legacy fleets, lowering the burden on stretched maintenance resources and supporting higher squadron readiness. At a larger scale, the renewed presence of modern, high-capacity fighters provides a hedge against unforeseen technical or delivery setbacks elsewhere in the fighter inventory. Additionally, increased inventory ensures a credible deterrence posture. As potential adversaries field more advanced aircraft and missile threats, the ability to rapidly reinforce forward-deployed units deters aggression and reassures allies. From peacetime presence to contingency surge, the F-15EX fleet stands at the intersection of availability, adaptability, and operational relevance. Impact on Air Force structure and operations. A full fleet of F-15EX fighters alters the Air Force's composition and flexibility in tangible ways. Achieving the 144-jet goal would bolster squadrons domestically and overseas, widening the options available for both scheduled deployments and emergent crisis response. Perhaps one of the F-15EX's most strategic attributes is its ability to operate alongside stealth fighters like the F-35 and F-22. In blended force packages, the Eagle II can maximize the effectiveness of low observable assets by acting as a high-capacity launch platform for missiles in support of stealthier, sensor-rich teammates. The F-15EX's advanced data link systems and mission computer allow it to share and process tactical data in real time, increasing the overall lethality of U.S. air operations. The modern Eagle's flexible software and robust hardware enable regular, manageable upgrades, avoiding obsolescence and extending its operational value. Over time, integration of emerging weaponry, new sensor technologies, and enhanced connectivity will further amplify its competitiveness. For fleet managers and planners, an expanded F-15EX order reduces operational risk. Enhanced supply of airframes allows for routine training, robust exercise participation, and reserve surge capacity. It also places less reliance on rapidly introducing unproven technologies, thereby hedging against delays and setbacks intrinsic to highly complex acquisition programs. Future trajectory: the road ahead for the F-15EX. Entry into service of new F-15EX jets, already underway with early production lots, cements the Eagle II as a central element in the transition of the U.S. Air Force fighter strategy. Each new delivery revalidates the platform's relevance, underlining the Air Force's confidence in a mixed fleet approach to air dominance. The continued ramp-up of production is more than an industrial effort. It is an operational necessity. With retirements accelerating and service demands mounting across multiple theaters, modernized Eagles at Kadena and beyond will soon join frontline units across the homeland and overseas, reinforcing America's ability to maneuver and deter across multiple domains. Visibility of these deployments matters. Both partners and potential adversaries take careful note when new, capable jets arrive at forward bases. The expanded presence of the F-15EX communicates not only continuity, but resolve, a commitment to credible, enduring air power and allied support. And this is only the beginning. As evolving requirements shape future modifications, the F-15EX will adapt, benefiting from regular upgrades and new capabilities. Its digital backbone and open architecture guarantee flexibility, ensuring the fleet remains resilient, responsive, and ready, no matter how the strategic environment shifts. A strategic renewal in practice, firm. The revival of the F-15EX Eagle II program marks a significant turn in U.S. military aviation. A platform nearly consigned to history is now revitalized, driven by operational necessity, procurement pragmatism, and the shifting realities of global competition. The Air Force's choice to restore and expand this fleet goes beyond simply preserving capability. It reflects a recalibrated vision of deterrence, flexibility, and readiness, with the buildup at critical locations like Kadena, strengthened by a modernized design and stable production. The F-15EX now anchors an adaptable, credible force structure. It fills essential gaps while enabling seamless integration of next-generation platforms, embodying a principle at the core of air power doctrine. Effective deterrence and rapid response demand both innovation and proven strength. The lesson from this renewed chapter is clear. Aircraft like the F-15EX, capable of immediate fielding and continuous modernization, are indispensable assets as the United States Air Force balances the dual imperatives of present security and future advancement. In this, the Eagle II does not stand as a relic, but as a renewed guardian of air control and national defense, a symbol of sustained readiness and flexible power for the dynamic times ahead.